The selling of icon moments cards by EA employees has actually been acknowledged, and we do have a full questions and answers that EA Sports have gone through. The Daily Mirror, which is a newspaper here in the UK, did direct some very detailed and accurate questions at EA Sports, and we did actually get an EA spokesperson to return it, and we did get a bunch of answers. Very detailed, it is very formal, but we can definitely go ahead and extract the important information. That's what we're going to be discussing in this video. So getting straight into this video now, we do know that the whole icon moment situation has been a problem now for a few days, a few weeks now. It has definitely been building up to this, and it is quite good that EA Sports have given us a response. A lot of us, including myself, thought that EA Sports are just going to be completely silent throughout the whole thing, and maybe there is just going to be something tiny in the pitch notes that then in a month or so that they have fixed the problem and it's resolved, we can all go back to normal, which is just frustrating because we don't get the full story of what has actually happened. But now they are trying to do so, so hopefully it is actually going to be beneficial, and we're going to be taking a look, deep dive into this right now. So getting straight into it, we can already see that there is a lot of information here, and there are quite a few questions, but the main important ones are towards the end. But before we do get into it, there's definitely lots of different things that have been going on as well. They have said that they've temporarily stopped sort of giving out rewards, giving things into people's accounts, so therefore it is actually going to be stopping this employee to make any more additions, to add any more cards into people's clubs, so they cannot of course sell this, and they cannot no longer do it until they are going to be finding the employee who's actually doing this, and they are going to get rid of him or punish him, make sure it's not going to happen again, and then they will re-enable that again, and then EA Sports can be giving out engagement rewards, all of this stuff. It's the pop-up that we do see when we do log into Ultimate Team, and this is the way we do receive packs and lots of different players, and also rewards even from watching Twitch and lots of different things like that, and also updates from EA Sports. So they've temporarily stopped that, but that was a little bit controversial as well, because we did see some free packs that were given out into people's accounts. At first, you can imagine this was extremely confusing. No one really knew what was going on, and still in fact we have no idea why this did happen, but we can see it was on a wider scale. Maybe 15 to 20% of users did actually receive this. We did also see a Lionel Messi. He did get put into someone's account just completely randomly. We don't know how many other people were given this as well, so it was quite strange from EA Sports to say that they've completely disabled giving things into people's accounts completely, but it clearly did already happen just a few days after they released that statement. But taking a look now at this article that we do have from the Daily Mail, from the questions that they threw at EA Sports, and EA threw a response back, we do have here: FIFA Ultimate Team is a multifaceted game of skill. It's important to note that you can acquire all items in this game without ever spending money, with purchases being entirely optional. Now, this is a little bit of a controversial statement, definitely, because they are confident in what they are saying, and it isn't really true too much, because we do know, even if at the start of FIFA you do set yourself a goal of getting this R9 icon moments, he's currently extinct, so how is that possible? What are you supposed to do? Now, it is technically true that you can acquire them, but you can need to get extremely lucky in the packs that you are going to be doing, and it doesn't really justify. Even if you get top 100 placed 1 every single time in FUT Champions squad battles, you're still simply not going to be making enough coins. And to say that everyone can just get any card they want, it isn't really true, but some people do think there's a little bit of truth to that because of the packs, but still that is just completely random, and it isn't fair to say this for absolutely everyone. Even though purchases are optional, but you cannot really get any card and all of the cards that you do want to get in Ultimate Team. We do also have another statement here, and it does mention sort of what a pro player needs to do, because a pro player, we all know, if you're on a serious level, they are spending thousands of pounds, tens of thousands of pounds on FIFA points, because they need to make sure that they do have the best team so they can be competing at the top level in FUT Champions. But EA Sports have already made clear that it isn't actually required to be spending any money on the game, and they have said here that you need different varieties of skills. It isn't just being good at the purely gameplay. You do need to be at a high level of trading, economy monitoring, squad rotation, and also challenge completion. So we can say that it is going to be objectives, SBCs for the challenge completion. Squad rotation is sort of maybe just experimenting with different cards and making sure that you are using the best cards, but you need coins to do that. Of course, it needs to be funded by something, so maybe that is where your trading and economy monitoring does come in economy monitoring. I do think they mean when there is sort of a market crash, so to make sure that you are buying your cards at the cheapest price possible and then selling when they go up as well and not losing your coins, sort of being smart, of course, inside of the Ultimate Team economy. So it is good that they are acknowledging as well that there is actually trading going on, but how at the same time, whilst saying this, there are innocent people actually getting banned for trading on the game, and it's just saying that it's violating the user agreement and that they are unable to provide exact details, but they are actually saying you can go ahead and review the full user agreement, and somewhere in there, maybe after all of the pages, if somehow you get to read the whole thing, no one's going to be reading that, then you are going to find what rule you have actually broken, and they're not being specific about it. So it is just completely unfair in the terms of their banning people's accounts. Maybe they are going to try and cut down on that, slow it down a little bit now, because they don't want to, of course, be rattling more people up. But it is unfortunate that they have just even weeks ago been saying that trading isn't allowed and it's against the terms of service, but now they are actually justifying and they're saying that you need this to actually be a competitive player who are just mainly trying to focus on their gameplay. It's extremely difficult, and I know very few people that can actually be extremely good at the game and also extremely good on the market. It is just too difficult to have so many different skills, and that is definitely asking for way too much when the prize pool of these competitions is just way too low. But I do think EA Sports are trying to do genuinely the best they can. There are definitely some good employees out there, and we have seen that in the past few months as well. So I don't think we can be too harsh, and I do actually like the fact that they are talking about it. Remember, they didn't actually have to do this interview. It was all just out of their goodwill. So hopefully they do have the good intentions. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.